Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to third grade cursive. We're really flying through this book. Make sure you're prepared. You're going to need a sharp pencil. You need your cursive book. You're going to have that checked by your teachers. Make sure you got it done. And if you're behind and missed any days, make sure you do those too. You have plenty of time. So let's go. We did B last week. This week, we're doing the letter V. Well, I have myself ready to go here. And I'm going to change the exposure just a bit so it's easier to see. So V. V has us coming down in a nice diagonal line. Wow, that was easy. I'm going to do that 3 more times. It was so easy. Now we're going to come over here and we're going to finish that, well, almost finish that V. We're going to come down, curve it, and bring it back up. That's the hard part there. You're kind of on that down slope, and then bringing it back up is a little more difficult. So I'm going to do that a couple times. All right, what am I going to say? Yep, mind muscle memory. The more times you do it, the more likely you are to have your hand and your brain work together. So we're going to come over here, loop it over, down, and then out. It's that tow truck thing. It's a simple letter, but I'm finding it kind of difficult to do. I'm going to come down here to the smaller version, which is always a little harder. Remember, I'm going to say something else I say all the time. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, this isn't a race, but what I mean by that is if you do it slow and steady now, you're more likely to get it right, and you're going to go faster later. So don't worry if you're not going fast enough now. Come down and then out. I don't mind that one. I'm going to try again. It seems so easy, and I'm actually having a harder time with this letter than I did with letter B. I don't know why. Maybe it's something about the movement of it, but I'm not quite getting it to look the way I want it to look. It's just that coming down and then up and then out that's hard for me. Well, I'm going to look at those. I think that was my best one. Give myself, that's a pretty bad star, and I give myself a check. Now we're going to come down to some words. The words are really important that you practice these because you get to practice your V again, but you also get to connect the letters. You get to practice connecting them. So here we go. Now, if you noticed, I didn't come down here and loop around my O. I didn't do that. It looks like you could do that, but I didn't. I came here and then I looped around. So come up and then around. Come up, then around, then into your W, and then that tow truck tail. So let's try that. I think I can do better. I'm going to try again. So I'm going to trace this again. Make my O. Try it again. Well, I don't know. I'm having a harder time today. And instead of getting frustrated, I'm just going to take a deep breath and I'm going to try it one more time. I don't really have the room to try it again. So in this case, what I'm going to do, since I want to try it again, is I'm going to erase what I originally did. I really think I can do better. So I'm going to try that again. There's my V. There's my O. I'm a little happier with that. I'll count it done. You have a bunch of words here. Vast, you get to connect your A, your S, and your T. Larva. I like this one. I'm going to do this one. And the reason I like larva is because we've got V in the middle. Now we're connecting, not connecting V to something, but connecting V to something else to V. I'm really finding this V a difficult and frustrating letter. I'm sure you all have your own letter that is sort of your little annoying letter, the one that's a little difficult for you. Well, for me, it seems to be V. So I'm going to come over here and try that. L, A. So far, so good. Oh, I didn't do what they did. I did it differently. Huh. Well, there are many different. Oh, it's not larva. It's lava. I didn't even get the word right. Maybe that's why I was doing it wrong. Let me try again. It's lava. I don't see an R in there, do I? L-A-V-A. L-A-V-A. I think this is kind of good. It's going to help me with my phonics too. So L, A. I'm doing it again. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm doing all right. V, A. Hmm. Looks more like a U. I think I need to practice that some more. I'll do that later. So let's come over here. Here we have this smaller V. The smaller V is almost easier than the big V. It's weird. In most of these letters, it's the little one that's harder. For some reason, I'm having an easier time with the little one than I am with the big one. I'm going to try that over here. Yeah, I think that is better than that. We have some other words here. Vase, very, vocal, vault. You need to practice all of those. Here they're giving you some sentences, and they're giving you the capital V. If you see that, the capital V is very similar, just larger. I'm not going to bother tracing that, but I'm not connecting that to anything. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to try that on my own. I'm going to try that capital V, and then I'm going to try my U, L, T, U, R, E, S. I think I could do better. Vultures are bald. So is Mr. Greg. Let's not make fun of those bald vultures. There you go. So practice these. If you have any pages that you haven't done, go back and work on those. I know a couple of my students are missing a couple pages. You really got to go back and do this. If you're going to get good at it, it's going to take practice. And you're going to have, this is something your fourth grade teachers would expect that you have some familiarity with. So do your best. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Keep up the good work.